Yeah. What's going on? Um, Let me just find my catchphrase right now. I hope you living free and to the limit. And that's what we about right now. This is my first YouTube one. I'm on Instagram right now. We working hard right now. We on Instagram. We on Snapchat. We on Tumblr. We on Twitter, we on Facebook, we on it all. You know what I mean? And my podcast is just letting you know. So I have a master's in marketing, and so I'm just using those marketing skills I have to help people build brand awareness and how to build their brand. That's all we really talking about for the most part, and knowing your audience and how to grow that audience. And that's the main focus. But also, it's about being socially responsible and going over and talk about certain issues. So today I've been talking about on my podcast. I got a podcast called Freedom Talk. Pretty much is when you don't have a 9 to 5, you can live for free. You can live free, and you can pretty much talk your mind. And that's what I'm doing now, just talking my mind, and just going over topics of inflation and why you can buy a home. You can buy a home for like 20 bitcoins, but it costs 500,000 for dollars. Why we need unions? That's important. You know what I mean? Because we need that safety net. Welfare, we need a safety net. If you lose your job, you need a safety net. You go into a job every single day. You need to know that if you lose that job, you got somewhere to go. You can take care of your family. You can project a little bit further out. That's what life is really about. Um, it's not about just living for today. It's knowing that you have that safety for tomorrow. Then you ain't gotta live primitive. You don't have to live as a primitive person. You ain't gotta live, scared. So that's just something to think about there. And then also, it's All-Star Weekend. I talked about that because what we doing is I'm bringing everything together, okay? Because right now there's so much information flooding out there. And I was telling people about the funnel. What the funnel is pretty much is anything you want to do. Like say you want to learn about, say you want to get some customers, right? Well, there's millions of customers, but you need to know what customers are going to really work best for you and your business. Or say anything you want. Say you want to pick a stock, or say anything you're trying to do is all marketing. It's all about it's all about filtering the information. And right now there's an overflood of information, and so it's time for us to start consolidating this information, and we need people out there that's going to give it to us consolidated. You know what I mean? Not just talking about one thing, because right now technology is moving so fast, and if we don't get on top of this, if we don't get on top of all these different issues of trying to make money, to trying to make sure this world is a good place, making sure everything is fair as it can possibly be, all at the same time. If we don't do it at the same time, and then other people are doing it at the same time, other people are, while we're not doing that and we're being distracted, worrying about things that don't matter, somebody else is out there putting in that work in. Somebody else is out there making a structure that's going to make your life even harder. Someone's making that SAT test. It's a little bit harder. So it's all good for us to be chilling and stuff like that. But that's why I'm putting in that work, that information work, so we can get on top of it. It's no time to be relaxing. It's time for us to just start going hard right now. And so, yeah, so like I said, it's All-Star Weekend. I think Team LeBron going to win. So that's, the team with KD and Kyrie and those guys on that team. As it's KD, Kyrie, and who's the other person? I'm sorry. And LeBron, obviously, right? I'm sorry. I think Cousins is not going to be playing. But with Davis, too, yeah, I think they'll win by 20. So that game, yeah. But because that softens that, talking about sports softens everything, too, because it kind of get who I am. I'm all over the place. But that's what we need to be right now, just saying straight chaos, because everything else is all over the place. Everything else is going fast. Everything else is moving in milliseconds. So if everything else is moving in milliseconds, we need to be moving in milliseconds. We got to get on top of it, not let the AIs beat the humans, in my opinion. So just make sure you check that Freedom Talk vlog. Not blog, but podcast, where we just talking about, I'm a millennium, 33-year-old, on my own marketing business. Like I said, all about brand awareness, building your brand, how to communicate, work, and that's what I'm working on it myself, and I'm going to help you if you a student. You know what I mean? If you're a student. So this is for students, not really for people that's already there. If you got all the answers, then you don't need me. You can just do it yourself. But like I said, if you're going to build a house, it's always better if you can ask some, get a couple other people to help you build it. You know what I mean? It's always good if you can get some other people to help you. But yeah, so like I said, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, um, Podbean for my podcast. Um, I said Instagram already, right? Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And Podbean. But that's, yeah. So I'm gonna do these halftime shows because I'm doing like at least like 4 straight hours of podcasts where it's just information regarding marketing, finance, economics, theory. It's just a whole bunch of different theory, thinking, thoughts about different ideas and stuff where we can just consolidate all of it. You never know what you're gonna hear in the conversation. That's what makes it powerful. Whereas like sometimes you gotta listen to somebody, like I was saying, like I was talking about with a lot of other these podcasts where they got like celebrities and comedians and stuff like that. It's like we ain't got time for that right now. What I mean is, it's cool to discuss fantasy, but we need some people that's on the ground like me. Like, you know, I'm doing this with I'm doing all this right now. I'm doing all this with my own equipment. Like I just started this yesterday, like with a regular phone, no back end, nothing. And I ain't trying to I'm not worrying about if I get back in or not. I'm just doing this. We're gonna do it straight up raw, and because we can make moves. We can make moves today without the machine behind us. You know what I mean? If we work together, if we're not just trying to sell something, that's fine. We can work as individuals. And being an individual is cool to a certain point, but you're gonna find out at some point that you need to work with others, and you don't really, nobody need nobody, in my opinion. No one needs somebody telling them how to live and what to do, like not like that. This ain't what this ain't about. You know what I mean? This is about, if you at a certain level, I'm quick to tell you, go ahead and do what you got to do. You don't need me. That's what this is about. That's what I always like. I like the people that let me know that, like, you ain't trying to sell me on nothing. You know, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. This is the podcast that I'm doing in my business. That's just separate. You know what I mean? I can just talk to you on some realness, because at the end of the day, we got to give and take. We here to give and take and work with each other and pass out information, because we give and take it. But just make sure the people you getting that information from or you wasting your time on, they really care about you as a person. You know, reach out to them and see if you can get a conversation with them offline. See what their real intent is. Why are they sharing information with you? Is it just because they want to get the views and get the money and the fame, or is it because they really care about people and they really care about making this world a better place? You know, do they really have emotional intelligence? Find out. You know, find out about these businesses. You know, are they really about hiring people that look like you and creating opportunities for the future for the humans, not just for the computers and automation? You know what I mean? Are they trying to make it where you're gonna have a job in 10 years, or are they trying to make it where you can have opportunities in 10 years? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'll be doing these halftime shows every time in between my podcast, and I hope everybody's doing good. And yeah, this is just me playing my part, man. Just playing my pet part, my little small part in this whole fight to try to get us back to being where we need to be, and that's prosperous, you know, and that's where we need to be. All right.